Hey, hello to all you beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindful 8 podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. This is the final episode of this April challenge that I set forth on of posting one long form video every single day, right? Going into April, I knew it was going to be a very interesting month. Total solar eclipse, geopolitical framework is shifting. The great shift of 2024 is here and now. And I really wanted to document every single day of what I was personally experiencing, right? The downloads that I was receiving from God, from the Creator, what I'm leaning towards in my day-to-day, right? How I'm feeling with certain respects to artificial intelligence, to my own personal life, and at the end of the day, giving a little bit of value to you, my friend, on the other side of this black mirror. The one line, once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path, is a bit of a mantra for me, because the first video that you post on social media, talking to the camera, building an audience, giving value, you can't really go back, right? And it's like a previous video of a day one mentality. Every single day is an opportunity to continuously evolve, right? No tomorrow, yesterday never existed, it's all day one, right? So once you begin the path in the now, there is no leaving the path, right? And that goes hand in hand with understanding presence, right? Once you start meditating, once you start feeling that pure joy from God, all you're going to want to do is meditate more, right? The next step for me in my evolution is Kriya Yoga and Kriya meditation. That's the next step in my evolution. And that starts today, right? Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Once you begin the path of understanding the world at large, right? If I were to tell you that this earth actually goes back 200,000 years, would you believe me? Probably not. The Bible is one of the oldest texts that we have. One of the many of the oldest texts that we have, right? Only going back thousands of years. And then, of course, it was documented of Jesus Christ. But there's so much more to that, right? What if I told you that there was a race called the Anunnaki? They existed, right? And my awareness of them now that I know that, I can't really go back to my old paradigm self. It's not allowed, right? Because my higher self is always going to pull me back into the present moment, into this awareness. Once you begin the path into reality transurfing, right? Taking quantum leap strategy, there is no going back. Because you know that all the possibilities of the universe are infinite. If you really wanted to be someone, you can be that person. It just starts today, in the present moment, right? You feel the pure bliss of God each and every single day. You never go back, right? You can evolve from formal education like college. You can evolve from old negative and limiting beliefs. You can evolve from that, right? And there is no going back to it. Because once you begin the path of this evolution, there is no leaving the path. And this speaks true to my content creation journey. My father was the man with the camera, documenting family parties, raising 3 kids. I never grew up with a father. He passed away when I was 2. He lives through me. My Maya, my prana, my breath of life, that's him speaking. And while I'm all about breaking generational curses, I'm all about understanding that we were born to the parents we were born to for a reason. I believe I was born to my mother because she taught me the frequency of source, unconditional love. And my father was the man with the camera, right? We receive genetics from our parents for a reason, whether that's for the physicality of their bodies, right? Their heritage. Maybe it's more of the spiritual side of the practices that they do on a day-to-day basis. Maybe it's more mental, right? How we were raised. Maybe it was our faith. Maybe it was because we were born into the faith that we were born into to break out of it. To understand that it may just be all one big psyop, right? One big strive for control and power. I don't know. Because once you begin the path of uncovering these certain things, there is no leaving the path. Once you start this content creation journey of documenting and talking to the camera and forging connections via a black mirror, there is no leaving the path. Some of my closest friends I met online and then met in person. That's what's so beautiful about the internet, and that's what's so beautiful about artificial intelligence. There's no need to be scared of it. It's a beautiful thing. It's evolution. It's freeing up more time for us to focus on spirituality and ushering in the world vision. Will it be used for some interesting causes? I'm sure. But in the right hands, these emerging technologies can go a very long way. Once you begin the path into understanding these technologies, using these technologies, there is no going back because it's all part of your evolution. You're supposed to have this phone and that camera and that laptop. Furthermore, be grateful for it because not many people have it and you can use it for good. And that's an understanding that you come to once you begin the path. Gratitude. Once you start living out your days in gratitude, there is no going back. You feel that pure joy of being every single day. There is no leaving that path. Stay in that frame of unconditional love and gratitude every single day. It's so beautiful. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Once you start traveling and seeing just how big this earth realm is, there is no leaving the path. Once you understand that at a certain point in history, we stopped traveling and exploring and we settled down. But we were always meant to explore and travel. That's how we evolve. Buy that one-way ticket. Go on that road trip. I promise you, it's going to do so much for your evolution. And once you begin that path of taking the leap of faith and entering the beyond, there is no leaving the path. That's what's so beautiful about it. There's so much wisdom in the unknown. There's so much beauty in not knowing what comes next. So I invite you to begin the path and never leave the path. Enter the beyond. Take the leap of faith. I love you. Thank you for listening.